In 2003, thieves pulled off the biggest diamond heist in history. They broke into a vault, thought to be impenetrable. In one weekend, more than $100 million disappeared. No alarms, no cameras, no guards noticed a thing. This was not just a crime, it was a masterpiece of planning. This is how the Antwerp diamond heist shocked the world.
Antwerp is the diamond capital of the world. At its heart stood the Diamond Center, a fortress of security. Cameras, infrared sensors, and magnetic locks guarded every corner. It was said breaking in was impossible. But one man saw an opportunity. Leonardo Notarbartolo. He posed as a jeweler, renting an office inside the center. He was part of a group known as the School of Turin. Each member had a role: an electrician, a lockpicker, a driver, and a lookout. For months, they observed every routine inside the building. They built replicas of the vault to rehearse their moves. They secretly copied the keys months before the heist. They prepared for what they called the perfect night.
February 15th, 2003. The night of the heist began. Security guards sat in their duty room, unaware of the danger. Meanwhile, the crew slipped into the underground level. The first challenge appeared, an infrared sensor across the hall. A piece of aluminum foil was enough to block its signal. Magnetic locks were tricked with a simple metal plate. Surveillance cameras were blinded with tape and covers. Motion detectors stopped working after a quick spray. With the system disabled, the vault door stood before them. A copied master key slid into the lock and turned. Inside were 189 safety deposit boxes. One after another, the drawers were pried open. In the end, 123 boxes had been breached. Diamonds, gold, and jewelry poured into waiting bags. The operation moved like clockwork, box after box. Some drawers held loose diamonds packed in plastic bags. Others revealed stacks of heavy gold bars. Heirlooms and jewelry collections vanished in minutes. The group worked quickly, but with careful precision. Hours passed inside the vault without interruption. Duffel bags heavy with loot were dragged through the corridor. On the floor lay wrappers, papers, and empty cases. Before leaving, the massive steel door was closed once again. The men retraced their path, avoiding every alarm. Through a quiet back door, they slipped out unnoticed. In the alley, cars waited with open trunks. The bags bulged with millions in stones and gold. Engines started, and the convoy rolled into the night. Back inside, the vault looked untouched and secure. Not a single alarm had been triggered. Security cameras showed nothing but blacked-out lenses. By morning, the thieves were gone without a trace.
Monday morning revealed the shocking scene. The building stood intact, the vault closed, yet the treasures inside had completely vanished. Guards found the heavy steel door locked, sensors untouched. Everything appeared normal until the vault was opened and chaos was revealed. Inside, rows of deposit boxes lay torn apart, contents scattered, leaving behind empty drawers and shattered trust among the victims. Initial calculations stunned investigators. Losses exceeded $100 million, one of the largest robberies in modern European history. Diamonds, measured in millions of carats, were gone, along with countless pieces of gold and jewelry stored for safekeeping. Headlines screamed across Belgium and beyond. Newspapers called it the crime of the century, the perfect heist no one expected. Police rushed to the scene, but the vault door showed no signs of forced entry, leaving detectives in complete disbelief. Security cameras offered nothing. Each lens had been covered, every angle blinded, leaving investigators with only unanswered questions. The alarm system told the same story. No alerts, no signals, nothing triggered during the entire night of the heist. Victims began arriving, horrified to see their life savings and priceless heirlooms gone forever, stolen without a single trace. Whispers spread quickly. Could the crime have been planned from the inside, with help from someone at the Diamond Center? Suspicion fell on Antwerp's jewelers and dealers, men trusted for generations, now facing questions about loyalty and betrayal. Detectives combed through every inch of the vault, searching for fingerprints, fibers, anything the thieves might have left behind.
To their frustration, nearly nothing surfaced. No prints, no hair, no clear tracks, only a carefully cleaned crime scene. The impression grew stronger. Whoever pulled this off understood the systems perfectly, every step executed with professional precision. Investigators interviewed guards, staff, and traders, hoping for a slip of memory, a mistake, but no breakthrough emerged. Hours turned into days, and still there was no suspect in sight, only speculation filling the air in Antwerp. Pressure mounted from the public and the international diamond trade. Everyone demanded answers, yet the trail was already cold. The crime shocked even veteran detectives. Rarely had they seen such flawless execution, leaving so little for forensics to study. Theories began forming. Was it a criminal mastermind, a professional crew, or perhaps even a combination involving insiders? Investigators reconstructed the thieves' route through the building, piecing together how each system had been bypassed without a trace. Still, they lacked the crucial lead: no witnesses, no alarms, and no camera footage to tie anyone to the vault. Meetings with security experts confirmed the frightening truth. Every system had been neutralized in ways almost never seen before. Insurance companies demanded results, threatening lawsuits, while police quietly admitted they were chasing ghosts with little evidence. Each day that passed made recovery less likely, as diamonds could already be smuggled, cut, and sold across continents. By the end of that week, one fact remained: Antwerp had witnessed the perfect crime, and police still had no suspects. The gang's biggest mistake was careless. Trash bags left behind in a quiet forest. A local farmer stumbled across the abandoned bags while walking near his land. He grew suspicious and immediately phoned the Belgian police to investigate further. Inside the bags, police found leftovers, gloves, and discarded videotapes. Among the trash lay the key clue: a half-eaten sandwich. Forensic experts recovered DNA traces from the sandwich wrapping and bread. The profile matched Leonardo Notarbartolo, already known to international police. Notarbartolo was a career thief, long tracked by Interpol for major crimes. With DNA confirmation, Belgian investigators finally had their first solid lead. Raids quickly followed, reaching across Belgium and into Italy. Several members of the so-called School of Turin were arrested by police. Evidence piled up: stolen goods, tools, and detailed notes from the heist. But one question remained unanswered: where were the missing diamonds? Authorities admitted only a fraction of the treasure had ever been recovered. The vast majority of gold and stones had already disappeared into the underworld. Interpol suspected international smuggling routes carried the diamonds abroad swiftly. Even with arrests made, detectives couldn't trace the hidden fortune. Years later, most of the Antwerp loot was still unaccounted for. The gang's capture solved part of the mystery, but not its heart. The Antwerp diamond heist remained legendary. Millions vanished without recovery.
One theory claimed Notarbartolo exaggerated the haul, and far less was actually stolen that night. Another version suggested the opposite. The reported figure was understated, and the thieves escaped with far more. Some suspected Antwerp jewelers themselves, using the heist as part of insurance fraud schemes. Others believed the diamonds were quickly funneled into the black market, impossible to trace afterward. Gold bars could have been melted down, their original markings erased beyond recognition forever. For years, investigators argued about the real value of what disappeared from the vault. Victims insisted their losses were greater than police acknowledged, fueling theories of hidden truths. Insurance companies quietly questioned claims, wondering whether some victims exaggerated stolen treasures. Police never confirmed how much was inside those deposit boxes before the robbery happened. The lack of proper documentation gave rise to endless rumors and suspicions. To this day, no one has ever found the majority of the missing diamonds. Some believe they were smuggled to Africa, exchanged for cash in secret deals. Others argue the stones were sold in Asia, recut and rebranded to erase origins. Gold likely vanished into underground smelting operations, impossible to trace once reshaped. Even international intelligence agencies admitted the loot might never be recovered. Belgian police eventually declared the lion's share of the treasure was gone forever. 20 years later, the mystery still fascinates criminologists and historians alike. The Antwerp diamond heist remains unsolved, its theories as glittering as the stolen gems.
The trial of Leonardo Notarbartolo began, drawing worldwide attention to the mastermind behind the heist. In court, he admitted organizing the robbery, confirming his role as the orchestrator of the plot. Yet he insisted the haul had been exaggerated, claiming far less was stolen that night. The judge sentenced him to 10 years in prison for his role in the crime. His accomplices, members of the School of Turin, also received lengthy prison sentences, but the diamonds themselves were never recovered, leaving the mystery unsolved. Journalists described it as the great heist without an ending, a story unfinished. Antwerp, the diamond capital, still lives with the shadow of that fateful night. The myth endures, spoken of as the perfect crime in modern history. The diamonds vanished, but the legend of Antwerp's heist remains forever.